I was just saying to our next speaker that they didn't talk about what my kids love to watch these days, which is TikTok. Anybody heard of TikTok? It's crazy, isn't it? I mean, my kids will spend hours watching this senseless stuff, and I ask them, like, what did you learn? And I find out what they learn when they're like teaching me these things that they watch, and it gets ingrained in your brain, and I think I'm getting dumber by the day from it. But save yourselves, block TikTok. But our next speaker is not dumber. We're very lucky to have him. He actually founded a company, was one of the founders of a company called Revo Labs, which some of you may have heard of. We heard of it. I heard of it a number of years ago. I put a Revo Labs system into our corporate office at Hyatt Hotels, and we had a Revo Labs conference speaker at our office at HTNG Global Headquarters in Chicago. And he sold that company to Yamaha, started another company called Zip Rooms to help manage meeting rooms and conference rooms. And since a significant part of hotels' spaces are used for meetings, I thought it was really important that we learn a little bit how audio is critical to that experience. I used to be a real audiophile until the dual 18-inch subs in the back of my Suburban when I was a kid ruined my ears, but I still appreciate it. And it's been a real pleasure to talk to Martin Bodley, who is now the Director of Emerging Business at Bose Professional. So, Martin, please come to the stage. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone, or whether we're right in the middle here, morning and afternoon. So now for something entirely different. What I want to try to do today is take you guys on a little bit of a journey, refresh your memories about who Bose is a little bit, but kind of do an educational thing about audio, how many things Bose is doing and what we've done in the past and how they apply to venues like hospitality and certainly Bose Professional, which is the division of Bose that I work for, does a lot of business in hospitality. We're a leader in sound reinforcement systems and business music systems for lobbies and restaurants and lounges, those parts of the hotel. Also in the conference centers, very much like what we're talking on right now, and all the way up to large venue. We have line array speakers in the house here now that are Bose. So and up to stadium size venues. So we really have a broad portfolio. What I want to try to do is take you guys on a journey through some of that technology, somewhat educational thing here for the next half hour or so, and also give you a glimpse about what I'm doing at Bose within the Pro division, which is leading a new business initiative into conferencing and unified communications. Something we've announced this week is a new category called Bose Work, which is focused on making audio that solves problems in your work life, which we all are on increasing numbers of conference calls and things like that. And we're doing business from more and more places, many of which are within the walls of hotels. But we know that the office is no longer within the walls of a building. It could be in lots of places. And so at Bose Work, over the next few years, we're going to be focused on making people's work lives better. So let's just jump into this, and I'm going to talk about, sort of recurring theme here, which is the Bose difference. And I'll jump right into our guiding principle, which is that we really are about innovation technology that delivers real benefits. If it's not delivering a benefit, we don't do technology just for technology's sake. We have a lot of research and development, but really it needs to deliver those benefits. That's what makes us operate. Some of the brand promise that we make, it's about helping people to reach their fullest human potential. So they want to be more, feel more, do more. And these are kind of the overarching principles of what we do at Bose for all of our divisions. So if you think about that in the context of work, it's about being more, doing more, and feeling more when you're at work now in this new initiative that we're doing. It's really about the intersection of innovation, technology, and people. And the last one is really a critical thing. We're about delivering experiences, not just about putting technology within the walls of the building and worried about the actual hardware and things. It's really about what are we delivering in the end and how is that impacting people, enabling them to do things they couldn't do before. So Dr. Bose was the founder of our company. He was a professor at MIT, never stopped doing that, was running Bose the whole time while he was a full-time professor. He had this adage, which was that to be better, you had to be different. And then to be different, you had to be courageous. And this thread runs through everything we do at Bose. And I've got a little video clip of him here sort of explaining this concept.
Better implies different. Okay, it's impossible to do anything or to make anything better unless you do it differently. Clear, okay? Not the other way around, okay? The arrow doesn't go backwards. Now, it's the different that implies courage. When something's different, it's a heck of a gamble. And so, if better implies different and different implies courage, better implies courage. You have to have the courage to be different. You can never do anything better unless it's different. That is an impossibility.
Let me just jump into some of the technologies that Bose has really led the way. So this idea of being different, being courageous, to get better, you have to have those things. We've really done this time and time again as a company. One of the most recent innovations that we came out with is actually part of our health division, which is helping people sleep better, helping people hear better, coming out with products and solutions around then. And again, Bose is not just doing the same thing that's been done before. We're innovating, we're bringing breakthrough technologies that deliver real benefits that help people sleep. So these are sort of in-ear buds that you wear, and they also do some masking, and I've got some, we'll jump into the technology in a second. We also are a leader in sort of aviation headsets, which is an extremely demanding environment where we want to have full communication with the pilot's voice, but extremely noisy and demanding environment. We also are the leader in sort of home theater, so making room-filling sound that sort of almost appears like it's coming, not from everywhere, delivering that experience from a single point or a bar or a surround sound system. We also can fill large venues. You guys are in one right now, benefiting from Bose sound, filling large venues with great quality sound. We've got 30 years of being the gold standard for noise-canceling headsets. So the concept of noise-canceling technology, we've been at the forefront of that. We continue to push the envelope on that. Connected devices. We now have more and more products that are connected to the internet, allowing you to access your cloud content and connect you with your media that's in the cloud. And then lastly, we've been focusing on wearable technologies. This is a big area where we believe that audio for life involves not having to have clunky or big things on your head or around you. We're looking at new ways of innovating, including our latest product called Frames, which is really an amazing pair of sunglasses, but you can stay connected, listen to tunes, be on phone calls with nothing in your ear and nothing around your ear. So it's a very unique wearable form factor. So let's look at some of these technologies and dive a little bit deeper. So the sleep buds are sort of these very tiny little devices, and they kind of act like earplugs, but they actually are very smart. And they have this masking technology. So you might be in the presence of someone snoring, or there's some noise that you live near a train station or whatever. But the ability to just put earplugs in your ears is not enough. When you layer on top of that masking, you can actually make that other noise disappear. Let me show you an example. So it seems kind of simple, but actually there's a lot behind this. So being able to mask effectively to take the person away from being distracted by whatever it is they don't want to hear is something that Bose is putting a lot of effort into. And you could see that kind of technology being applied, not just for sleeping, but, in other areas. Again, let's look at some noise canceling technology. Everybody's on the phone, voice calls are up, video calls are up, collaboration, VPA, accessing Alexa and Google, those kinds of things are everybody's using these devices, cloud connectivity. So really, if we look at this concept of noise canceling, which is to take the person out of the noise, we also want to do the same with the voice. How do we cancel the noise for the outgoing voice? And so this is a technology that Bose has really been focusing hard on. And the 700 headset, our latest noise canceling headphones, does an incredible job. Nobody's even come close to this type of technology for picking up your voice in noisy environments. And so really, this is done by a spectacular amount of microphones, first of all, on the headset. We have 8 microphones on this pair of headphones. And so the way, I'll just describe very quickly, again, I warned you guys this would be slightly educational. Here's how it works. So I'll just kind of walk through this video. You got the headphones, they're on somebody, and they're in a noisy environment. So there's this sort of ambient noise all around them. And what ends up happening is that 2 microphones on each cup are forming an array. So 4 microphones total are making a beamforming array that's just focused on your mouth. So it's very targeted, very directional audio beams. Those are focused on your voice. Then there's other microphones on the headset that are actually studying the noise around you. And they're scanning, they're looking for different types of noise sources, either fixed frequency or all kinds of different things. And so with this information, the headset is actually using algorithms to combine what it determines is noise and remove that from the voice that then ends up going out to the world. So the net is you end up with a headphone that you can make a call on a train or in an airport or whatever and not have to be too worried that the person on the other end or if you're calling into a meeting with 6 people on it, you're not completely ruining the meeting for people. So that's really sort of a graphic illustration of advanced voice pickup technology, something that we're leading the way on. Again, soundbar technology, we've been doing this for a while, filling a room with a home theater soundbar, sort of surround sound-esque type of things out of a single bar. That's something that we know, and you could see parallels to, gee, that kind of technology could be used in the workplace, within the walls of a building and in meeting rooms. We also have a unique sort of, when we're talking about phase guide technology and filling rooms with uniform sound and natural sound, we have a very unique ceiling speaker. It's called EdgeMax, and this speaker actually has the ability to throw audio so that you don't end up with sort of high energy audio near to the speaker and a much lower level farther away. It actually balances out the audio. So if you think about a meeting room with a TV at one end, this speaker located above the TV will uniformly fill that room so that the people close to the TV aren't getting blown away and the people at the far end are barely able to hear. It'll uniformly fill the room, but the directionality will still be coming from the TV, which is kind of unique, rather than just having ceiling speakers where it's kind of that voice of God, thing where there's just a voice coming down and the person's face is down on the TV down there talking. So this is a unique product that, as I mentioned, will fill certain areas. And I've got a little video on this technology as well, just to bring you guys up to speed on how it works.
Surface mount loudspeakers typically provide good coverage and deliver full-range audio performance. However, they stand out visually, impacting room aesthetics. In-ceiling loudspeakers are less obtrusive, but moving to the ceiling requires more loudspeakers to deliver the same level of coverage. Bose EdgeMax loudspeakers create a new category of in-ceiling loudspeakers. They combine the performance of surface-mounted designs with the visual appeal of in-ceiling models. At the heart of EdgeMax is proprietary Bose phase guide technology, which uniquely controls the direction of sound. Instead of firing downward in a cone-shaped pattern, phase guide projects sound out into the room with 75 degrees of asymmetrical vertical coverage and wide horizontal coverage, 90-degree horizontal for corner placement or 180 degrees for center wall placement. So, how does it work? Looking inside an EdgeMax loudspeaker, you see the unique structure. And if we rotate it on its side, we see that it's made up of a compression driver and a phase guide. Regularly spaced openings face downward toward the listening area, and sound radiates out of these openings, creating a coherent wavefront. The openings can be altered to allow the wavefront to become directional. Adding acoustically-resistive material helps to balance the sound energy and focuses the sound down and outward, while the surface area and shape of the phase guide defines each EdgeMax model's coverage profile. The 90-degree EdgeMax EM90 is used in corner locations, while the 180-degree EdgeMax EM180 is suitable along walls. Room-filling coverage with best-in-class audio quality and aesthetics. EdgeMax in-ceiling loudspeakers with phase guide technology. A new category of in-ceiling loudspeakers, only from Bose Professional.
So that's how those work, and they really do sound amazing. So if you're looking for a meeting room for very high performance, incredible sound, uniformly covering a meeting room, this is a great option. And it's very unique to Bose. There's nobody else offering this type of directional speaker. And there it is installed in a these don't have to be used only in meeting rooms. I happen to think about meeting rooms all the time because that's the part of the business I'm focused on. But these are certainly used in in places where they're great for music, not just conferencing. And here it is actually in a sort of a larger venue meeting room. It's actually up there in the corner. So that's EdgeMax, and that's really sort of the category of spaciousness and presence, room-filling audio, something that we're very focused on. Last category is wearables. I mentioned these frames. They're available through our consumer division. They're just amazing technology, and I've got a quick video here on how they did this. So the idea, though, is you put these things on, you have incredible sound, but the person standing right next to you doesn't even hear it. So it's really kind of magic how they can create, for you, you feel like you're completely enveloped in sound, but the person standing right next to you doesn't hear much, and that's called low spillage is the phrase that we call it. And here's how we do that.
What makes these glasses different is they deliver audio in a totally new way. They don't sit in your ear, they actually sit within the temple of the frame. This created a secondary problem. We had to make sure that all that sound that you were hearing wasn't audible to anyone else. To do this, we implemented a variable length dipole system that can deliver sound directly to your ear and cancel everywhere else. When you think about a traditional speaker, it's pushing air forwards and backward. With Bose frames, we send the positive pressure to your ear, and we take the negative pressure through a series of ports with a very precise geometry to cancel the sound once it gets past your ear. So what you actually get is a product that can sound very loud to you, but is almost silent to the world around you.
So that's wearable technology. I think that's one embodiment of that. You can expect to see a lot more from Bose, and particularly for professional workers and things, we're going to be looking at a lot of embodiments of this type of technology to keep people connected when they're on the go or when they're in their work environments. So let me now move into the last part of the talk now, which is kind of the recent news. I mentioned that I'm the global lead of a new business initiative called Bose Work. And this is sort of in the news over at the show where we're doing demos of new products and things. So let me just jump into what we actually have announced. And it's really 3 categories of products. One is addressing integrated meeting rooms where we have actually sort of met in the market, or we call it a meeting in the market collaboration with Sennheiser on a fully integrated room that it combines our EdgeMax speaker with their digital TCC2 ceiling microphone. So it's an all-in ceiling audio solution. We're calling it the ES1 ceiling audio solution. It will also be Teams certified, so it has a Bose amplifier, a Bose DSP, and those two components, our EdgeMax speaker that we just saw a video on, and the Sennheiser microphone. So it's a very high performance in-ceiling audio system for the integrated room space. Secondly, we announced this week that at the show our Video Bar VB1, which is an all-in-one USB device with a camera, a microphone array, speakers, and a display driver all built in. So this is a 4K ultra-high density camera that can do video conferencing. We have a 6-element mic array that is a wideband beam steering microphone that's normally technology that's reserved for much higher price points, like the ceiling microphone from Sennheiser. We've got that technology integrated into this bar. We have amazing room-filling sound, as I talked about spatial presence and things like that. This device has that, and it's all very compact, very stylish by comparison to its peers in the industry. You can see this in our booth. We're demoing this over at the show. This is also sets a new standard for connectivity and manageability. So lots of remote connectivity features of that product. And then lastly, we have an offering for the headphones together with a dongle for the desktop and mobile user. So we're putting together the consumer 700 headset. We're putting it together with a dongle, a Bluetooth dongle, so that it can easily be used with your computer. That connection can be problematic, so with the dongle you end up with much higher reliability. You can take calls from either your phone or your laptop, Teams calls, Zoom calls, Google Hangouts, that kind of thing, any of the UC providers. And we will be getting certifications on these solutions as well from the major UC certified solution providers. So as I mentioned, I'll just very quickly touch on each of those three categories. We combine our EdgeMax speaker with our amplifier and our DSP together with the Sennheiser ceiling microphone. So nothing on the table, nothing on the wall, it's just all ceiling elements and then some rack-mountable amplifier and DSP. And those will all be pre-configured and very easy to set up and put in. The VB1 up to 20 feet. So we're looking at meeting rooms, not just from huddle size, but ranging all the way up to 20 feet, mic pickup without an external mic. That's actually very, very revolutionary. We've got the amazing sort of room-filling sound and music that you can play from this device. More and more people are doing multimedia. On the panel we were talking about, what people are doing in the rooms and things like that with multimedia. So people are doing more YouTube and watching videos and things in meeting rooms as well. We've got a high-definition, Ultra HD 4K camera built into this with wide field of view and incredible zoom capability to 20 feet, reading small writing on a whiteboard at 20 feet. Very slim, attractive package and a lot of connectivity features that are not available from products that are in the sort of competitive sphere with this one. There it is on a credenza. It has various mounting options. It could be with a foot or mounted in the wall or on the Visa mount bracket under a TV like shown in this application. The headphones, we're going to be selling that together, prepared from the factory with a dongle. They will be certified with the major UC applications. And as I mentioned, being able to stay connected to both your laptop and your phone at the same time is a very compelling work case scenario. And I have one last video here, so I'll set this up. This was me. I just want you guys to get a sense for the noise-canceling voice pickup capabilities of this headphone. This was me at Chicago O'Hare a couple months ago. The first 15 seconds of the video, I'm just using the microphone on the phone. So you can hear like the typical airport terminal noise. And then the next 15 seconds, all I did was switch over to the microphone on the headset. And I think you'll probably be able to notice a difference. Hi. This is me just using the phone microphone. In the terminal again. Out of the airport, walking down the terminal. Here. Check 2, quick brown fox, jump over the lazy dog. Hi, this is me again on the Bose 700 headset now. Again, same terminal noise. Check 1, 2, the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. This is the UNC 700 headset. So if I didn't know the guy in the video, I probably wouldn't even trust that that was real, but that actually happened. It was produced and edited and everything right on my phone. So, I was just having meetings that day, and I said, I've got to capture what's going on here. People don't even know I'm in an airport. So it was really cool. That's kind of what I had to show you guys today. We're here to make a difference and in the conferencing world. So yeah, happy to answer some questions.
So I'm a big Bose user. I probably have about 5, 6 of your headsets. One of the things is that the over-the-head are very cool. Do you see that transferring to the smaller, more in-ear?
Sure.
I mean, I'm sure there's a difficulty with having 200 microphones in there. What do you do?
We might put 190, but not 200, yeah. So are you guys hearing the question, or should I repeat that? He's asking, instead of the over-the-ear, is there anything happening with in-the-ear noise canceling with this kind of technology? So I'll answer by saying there absolutely is stuff coming shortly with noise canceling in the ear. Bose has a wired version of that today. It's called the UNC 20 or something like that. But they'll be coming out with wireless in-ear noise canceling. Now, the voice pickup on something like that is probably not going to be able to get to where this is, right? It's that array microphone and the processing, and there is a lot of compute power on that 700 headset. So that's what makes it very unique. And by comparison to the competitors, that headset also has an inertial motion sensing system in it. So we're actually doing things to develop on these wearable devices, integrating motion into apps. So we're releasing an API to developers so that you can actually control things with the motion of your head, as an example. But we have a lot of capability there. I think that in-ear and noise canceling with open ear, all these wearable technologies, we're heavily focused on that stuff. Just when you do see the next generation sort of in-ear noise canceling that's wireless, it will not have a voice pickup like this in noise. So, anybody else got any questions about Bose or any topic? Acoustics? Are we good? Armand? Okay. Great. Thank you for your attention. Go.
One question? Hold on for the microphone, please. It's all right. I know you do.
I just wanted to know, you said it was coming out soon. How soon? As a remote worker, that would be good for me.
I'm sorry, what's coming out? How soon?
The headphones, the
headphones?
700 UC.
Yeah, so the 700s are out today. The UC will be available in June. So we've just announced this sort of unified communication version with the dongle. So you'll buy the whole kit, the dongle and the headset together. That'll be available in June.
Want to test it, just let me know.
Yeah. So anybody else?
All right.
Okay.
Thank you all very much.
Thank
Thanks,
you
Marty.
so much. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good job.
All right.